What is up, my little unicorns, new and old, and welcome to part 2 of my 6-month lock update videos. So as you can see in part 1, I was doing a little bit of work with my hair and I talked about how long you should wait between retwists for starter locks and baby locks, as well as for mature locks. I also talked about lock popping and separating. So if y'all want to go ahead and watch part 1 of this video, make sure you go ahead and click that little link up there and save that for after this video, or watch it before, or whatever you want to do. I'll also have it linked down in the description box below. But in this video, I'm actually going to show you guys how I do my 6-month retwist, okay? Super easy, not rocket science, and I'm not using clips for it. I'm just gonna get right into the video so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, and I'm not gonna waste your time. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make my little tonic that I spray on my hair. There's nothing special in here. I just call it a tonic because I think that that sounds cool. So really all it is aloe vera juice and essential oils. I spoke about it in my first video. My favorite essential oils to put inside of my spray are bergamot, patchouli, grapefruit, and lemon. I choose those because they smell really good, but I also like to put a drop of tea tree oil in here because it's like antibacterial and stuff like that, and that's something that you might want to keep your locks looking and smelling and feeling fresh and clean. But you don't want to put too much to overpower all the good stuff, because tea tree can be a little strong at times. And of course it's all optional. You don't have to put essential oils in there. I just really like doing it and I feel like it makes my locks a lot healthier. So I make my little tonic. I also have the Main Choice growth oil. I'm just using this because it's an oil that I have on hand. You can also use avocado oil, sweet almond oil. By far my favorite oil is the macadamia natural oil healing oil treatment. I use that stuff all over my hair and it makes it smell super good and feel super moisturized. So that's my all-time favorite, but you can use whatever is healthy and on hand for you. So in part 1 you'll see how I separate and pop my locks, but I'm just going to show you guys like in real time how I go through and actually retwist. I'm only using one clip, and that clip is going to be for separating my hair. So it'll be this clip. So typically what I do is I pull out a row. I separate my hair in different sections. So this is half of my head here, and then the front part, and this is the back that I'm working with right now. So I go ahead and separate this. So now I have my bottom row and I also have this part up top. I'm going to clip this down. And previously, if you saw the first video, I kind of made my whole head damp in preparation for this, but I like to go ahead and saturate the couple that I'm actually working with right now. Kind of give them a nice little massage. Don't be scared of them. And for this method, I love using the Lock Up by Natural Elegance. This is my sister's, so I'm going to try to use it sparingly, but this cream is super good for this method that I'm using, not using clips. Now if I were to have clips, I could use something maybe a little lighter because it'll still hold your hair, you know, with the clips and everything. But since I don't have clips right now, I'm using something with a little bit of a tighter hold, and that's the Natural Elegance Lock Up right here. So I'm gonna take a little bit on the top of my nail since I have long nails. I'm gonna rub that in between my fingers, and I'm going to apply it mostly to the top of my lock, but drag it down a little bit because, you know, this stuff seems to be very moisturizing to my hair, and I like that since I don't really put anything on it but water, aloe vera juice, and essential oils and stuff like that anyway. So it doesn't really hurt to have that little bit of extra moisture on there. And I'm going to begin twisting. Now you could do the whole lock like this, but I kind of like to do a palm roll in there as well, and then I continue that roll around the hair like this. So it's kind of like the beginnings of a Bantu knot, and that is what's really going to make it stay until I'm able to put my hair in a ponytail and let it set like overnight. So I go like that, and now my hair is staying, and I'm going to do that on the next one as well. Put some on the top of the lock, make sure that all the hair is where I want it to be and it's not getting like confused in the other locks. And I'm just gonna do a little palm roll in the same direction Some people don't do the same direction. Some people follow their hearts. I think it's easier to just do it in the same direction if you can. And then on this side of my head, I kind of do it in the opposite direction just so my locks aren't in my face. But I'm doing that and starting my little Bantu knot, just like so. And then I'm gonna do the next one. So I'm actually gonna maybe turn around for this so y'all can see. And with this one, it's an awkward space for me to palm roll, so I'm just gonna roll it like that and go like this. There you go. So you guys, I don't want you to think too deeply into it, because the only perfect way to do your hair is the way that you do your hair. So like, yeah, there are do's and don'ts and things that you want to stay away from when it comes to your locks and making sure that you don't damage them and things like that. But really, people try to make it rocket science, and it's truly not. Like, do whatever works for you, and if you like something, stick with it. If you don't like it, don't stick with it. If you need extra rubber bands, use them, or hair ties I should say. If you need extra water because of, you know, you feel like your hair texture this, that, or the third, like, just use it. Like, who's gonna come in your house and fight you for doing that? That's the power of doing your own hair. Like, nobody else can control what you do to it and how it looks. Do what you want. You don't need to go to a loccologist, even though we appreciate our lockologists and our black beauticians and hairstylists and things like that. We appreciate them and we love them, but you know, don't feel pressured. Like, if anybody comments on here and it's like, I'm a loccologist and what you're doing is all wrong, like, thank you, and I'll appreciate your advice, but if it doesn't make sense to me and if my hair doesn't like that particular method, I'm gonna continue doing what I'm gonna do. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be very appreciative that you tried to like reach out and help and stuff like that. So I encourage like ideas and things in my comments, but I don't take anything as law but what I write into law, if that makes sense. So go ahead and twist that hair up and make your little Bantu knot. You feel me? This one needs a little bit of separation. You'll learn more about that in my previous video if you go ahead and check that out. But, you know, separate it from its little lover over there. They'll still love each other, just from afar. So I'm gonna continue to do this on my whole entire head. I'll probably watch a movie or something, but this shouldn't take too long because at this point I'm a little good at it. Okay, I'm back and my hair is all done. I have some parts in the back that are still sticking out that I have to just tuck and roll into my pineapple. A lot of loose naturals actually do pineapples to retain the length of their hair after a wash. So it's gonna be kind of that same sort of thing. So instead of putting bobby pins and clips back there, I'm just going to use my flag and kind of fold it so I can put all of my hair up and let it set overnight, or as long as I kind of want to keep it there. And you know, the baby hairs are not done, but they are present. And I'm just going to tie myself up like this. And if done right, this could actually be like a cute style, you know, but I'm not really going for that right now. I'm just gonna kind of watch The Blacklist with my boyfriend, so I don't really care about that. But this is your finished product, and I'm just gonna let this sit probably until tomorrow. If I had a silk scarf, I would use a silk scarf, but I don't, so I'm just gonna use my flag. And you know, complete finished product, all separated and not too tight to where my edges are going to be pulled out. You guys can clearly see that I'm kind of good at this whole preserving my edges thing, hence why I still have them. Just as a side note, another thing that you want to make sure that you don't forget is to apply that oil to your scalp. I like using it afterwards since I have the little applicator tip and I have direct access to my scalp now that all the tangles and naps are gone. So I just get in there, and I did that before I even came back and showed y'all to tie that. So tomorrow I'll probably toss my hair around in some macadamia natural oil, and that will be a wrap. Another thing I forgot to mention while I was actually showing y'all how to retwist is that I really pay attention to the roots in the new growth. I don't really pay too much attention to going all the way down my lock because I just don't think that's priority or that important. So if you do it differently, make sure you go ahead and comment in the comment section below and tell me why you do that, because maybe I'll switch one day, I don't know. But I like to focus on the like this much of the new growth, you know, like this much of from root to this much, and then after that whatever the lock is doing is just what the lock is doing. So I hope this video really helped you. I hope you go ahead and check out the first video if you haven't already. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow all my social media accounts right down there, and leave me a little unicorn emoji in the comments if you made it to the end of the video. As usual, y'all know that I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.